Welcome to San Francisco, waiting for the counters to open. Looks like the counters open 3.5 hours before the flight. Today I fly on SQ31 San Francisco to Singapore in business class. For this flight, I get to use the United Polaris Lounge, voted best in the world for business class. Check out my other video. In this one, I shall focus on the business class experience on board SQ31. And that is the Airbus A350 that will bring me home. The flight will be completely full today, and we even got a queue up in line to board. Business class gets to board first. And we are boarding for our flight home. Yay! I had a window seat today. Business class long haul is in a 1-to-1 configuration on board this Airbus A350. SQ31 for the flight home. It's a full flight. A standard long-haul Airbus A350 seat. Very comfortable, very wide, and it will be my seat for the next 15.5, almost 16 hours. You get slippers, an eye mask, and menu. Apple juice.
Apple juice. Thank you. How about you, sir? Would you like to have a drink? With orange apple here?
Orange or apple juice pre-takeoff drink. Is morning flight, no champagne yet. Paper menus, always fun to read. There will be 2 meals served on this flight, as well as a snack service which you can decide to have at any time. Passengers continue to board. Dolby noise cancelling headphones were great, and I started to watch a movie. Wakanda Forever! Shuri! Let me show you my seat, very wide, the width of it, and I fit in very nicely. Take note, this is seat mode, convert it to bed mode when you want to sleep. And the stewardess taking drinks orders.
After takeoff, we'll be serving a round of drinks. May I know what would you like to have?
Singapore Sling?
Singapore Sling, absolutely.
Cabin crew, all doors. Flight to Singapore is going to be 15 hours and 40 minutes. And whether protocol forecast is going to be a fair conditions. However, we can expect a few speaks of turbulence from the way. So we do suggest that when
And we push back. Expect to see many United Airlines planes. After all, this is San Francisco, and this is one of United's biggest hubs, I think, given the number of planes they have here. And the safety video is being played. As we taxi to the runway, indeed, San Francisco Airport was very, very busy. Yes, even the United Polaris Lounge was so busy. Air travel is back again, and I see so many planes, large body, wide body, narrow aisle, single aisle. Wow, fly, let's all go flying. And here is a universal socket which I always use to charge my phone. And a reading light, which is also very useful. And that is one lone ANA plane from Japan amidst all the United metal you see. Yes, almost every aircraft I saw was a United Airlines aircraft. Of course, I'm on a Singapore Airlines aircraft, and that was an ANA. But look at all the rest, United Airlines.
Just to give you an update, currently we're taxiing towards the takeoff runway, and as I can see forward, I can see that we are number 16 in sequence for departure, and that's because there are a couple of runway closures in San Francisco. They have 4 runways, but 2 of them are closed, and because of that, all the traffic are channeled towards 2 runways for departure as well as arrival. So as I can see, right now we are number 16 for departure, and I reckon it should take about 20 minutes to about half an hour before it's our turn for takeoff. Please bear with them. I'm sure the air traffic controllers of San Francisco are doing the best they can to clear all traffic, and we just have to wait for a queue before we are allowed to take off. Thank you.
And finally, our turn to take off. We entered the runway and listened to the engines powering up. check out the crisscrossing taxiways. There was one, another runway we're crossing, and yes, another runway. How interesting. We crossed 2 runways and we take off. And there was a plane waiting for us on a taxiway. Goodbye, San Francisco. Goodbye. Had a good time here. Awesome. In the air, in my seat, waiting for my drink. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. My Singapore Sling was served as like our national cocktail. Always get Singapore Sling on Singapore Airlines. Voila. And it came with a nice bowl of warm nuts. Alright, we have 15 hours, 12 minutes to Singapore, flight SQ31. There will be a 15-hour time difference. Now let me show you the seat. You see I can extend my legs into little food cubby well over there. Tray table deployed, linen laid out, all ready for lunch. And the meal card is here. Yes, SIA business class, they still wheel the meal card around, which is fine with me, though some passengers don't like it. Anyway, there is no choice for the first course, and you will see very soon what the first course is. But for my main course today, I used to book the cook. What did I book the cook out of San Francisco? You'll see. Typically, there are 2 choices for reds, 2 choices for whites. So it's very nice. You can have a wine tasting if you like. The garlic bread is always so good. The starter today was some type of prawn salad, which suited me really fine because I do like prawns on board, and I got a glass of white. And my book the cook main was the baked lobster. Yes, baked lobster. I was surprised to find a lobster book the cook dish out of San Francisco, so I chose it. Baked lobster. It's not the lobster thermidor, but a different version. Still, it was excellent. Awesome. Not too heavy, and I enjoyed it very much. Baked lobster. Thankfully, it wasn't too heavy. For dessert, I got the cheese, the ice cream, and the fruit. Yummy! As well as a glass of hot coffee. Wonderful lunch over. Converted my seat into bed mode and time to get a snooze. Now I keep talking about bed mode because I noticed some passengers may not be aware that the seat could be converted into a bed, so they just snooze on the seat, which is really not as comfortable as changing it to a bed so you can lie flat and sleep. And look at my legs. After a good nap, cabin crew started to come around to confirm our orders for our second meal. Second meal? Wow.
Confirm that you have ordered the cod fish for your lunch later. Thank you.
I must have slept quite a lot because we're already over Tokyo. Wow. Thank you. And the second meal service begins.
So this is the orange baby bits salad.
Okay. Thank you. By now, I hope you realize that I was having my meal in bed mode. Yes, you do not have to eat in the seat mode. You can actually eat in bed mode, which is great. Now, the starter was some kind of salad. Yes, just salad. To me, it was great. It was refreshing. But yeah, if you're expecting something heavier as a starter, I'm sorry, it's just salad. This time around, I tried a different bread. It was some type of cornbread that went superbly well with this olive oil. Yes, so olive oil and a cornbread. My main dish was the signature black roasted cod over forbidden rice. Yeah, look at that. Black roasted cod over forbidden. Why is the rice forbidden and the cod isn't black? But who cares? I get to eat, and that's the best part of it all. Tasted pretty good. I do like seafood on board. I do like fish. I do like prawns, and this was cod. Awesome. And for dessert, I got some kind of tart and fruits as well. Yes, another good meal on board Singapore Airlines. And so my second meal was over, and to cap it off, I asked for a bit of whiskey, and here was whiskey on ice with some nuts. Nice. Here was 3.5 hours more of the flight to go to Singapore. This gives you a view of what the bed looks like in bed mode. Yes, bed mode. And about 2 hours before the flight, I asked for the fish congee. Yes, from their menu where you can order anytime you like. This was the fish congee or fish porridge. I must say this was excellent. Very, very hearty. Yes, for a porridge, I know. So awesome. And you can see that the chunks of fish were amazing. And the best part about it was the fish tasted good. It was as if it was marinated properly before they cooked it and reheated on board. It tasted excellent. Wow. Recommended.
I trust you had a pleasant flight with us. We are currently cruising at 43,000. We will be commencing our descent into Singapore shortly. At the moment, weather in Singapore is reported to be fine, partly cloudy, with a temperature of 31 degrees Celsius, 31 degrees Celsius. Air traffic conditions permitting are expected to land in Singapore at the local time of 7 p.m. in the afternoon. There is a 15-hour time difference between Singapore and San Francisco. If you'd like to adjust our watches, the time now is 17 minutes past 6 in the evening of 20th of May. It's been a pleasure having you on board with us, and thank you for choosing to fly with Singapore Airlines.
In preparation for arrival, please return to your seat.
Well, to prepare for arrival, I had to say bye-bye to my bed. So back down onto the seat mode, and yes, just taking a look again at the menu, what we had to eat, including mid-flight onwards, as well as the refreshment menu where I had ordered a fish congee. And we are flying over Indonesia. If somebody knows the name of that bridge, shout out below. Yes, so comments on the flight, wonderful. I got to use the United Polaris Lounge before the flight, and then usual excellent service on board the Singapore Airlines. 2 full meals served on board, the first one shortly after takeoff, and the second one when we are over Japan. That was about 6 hours before landing, so yes, in between I slept so much. I think I didn't watch many movies at all, but definitely if you can't sleep, then you can order off the refreshment menu at any time, so that was great as well. And the final approach towards landing, that is the coast of Singapore, and that would be the Changi area, spelled as Changi, Changi, not Changi, Changi area, and going to enter and land on Changi Airport. Yes, here we go. 15.5 hour flight from San Francisco, non-stop direct on Singapore Airlines Airbus A350. Super smooth landings, and you can see the airport fire station. Look at all the emergency vehicles ready to go in case there's something they need to attend to. Welcome to Singapore.
Welcome to Singapore, ladies and gentlemen, and to all Singaporeans and residents of Singapore, a warm welcome home.
Yes, a warm welcome home. For this trip, I went to Las Vegas, so check out my earlier videos for SQ32 to San Francisco, and then I flew Alaska Airlines from San Francisco to Vegas, and then back from Vegas to San Francisco, and finally this flight home from San Francisco to Singapore. Wow, check out all the Singapore Airlines metal, Singapore Airlines planes. This is the Airbus A350. And the other planes at Singapore Changi Airport, voted the best airport in the world for many times now. So if you haven't been here, please come.
SQ31 arrived. Just landed.
Goodbye and thank you very much for watching.